Jay Leno, and I'm here today with my guys, Joan and Level Fox, and my buddy we haven't seen in a very long time, Douglas. What's
Hey,
going on,
hey,
guys?
What's happening?
Nothing much, nothing much.
how
Well,
We're gonna
today,
talk
goes?
about some turtles.
oh yeah, today we're going to be talking about the Turtles, giving some updates. It's been a while since we've done a TMNT discussion, and I've got the right supporting cast with me on this panel to fill me in on what I've missed out on. I've paid attention to a little bit, but if I'm a bit of an amateur, I got to bring the pros in here to give me some support on the field, guys. And I appreciate
Yeah,
y'all.
I don't blame you for stepping away for a bit. It's just like, well, for me, I already know a lot about turtles, so I kind of like, all right, well, let me try to challenge myself with something a little bit different. So I've been looking into other stuff for a while, but it's definitely nice to come back to turtles every once in a while and be like, okay, this isn't bad. It's a little bit of
Wait,
a slow burn, but you know,
what do you mean come back to? Why did you leave in the first place?
kind of stepped away because it's just like I'm so knowledgeable about Ninja Turtles and stuff. I'm kind of like, all right, well, I know all this stuff about Ninja Turtles, but let me like study some of this other stuff, like other comics and stuff, versus like Ninja Turtles all the time. But
I do
yeah,
that too, but I still have my turtle power.
yeah,
Well, yeah, I mean, honestly, well, I've kept up. Tonight we're going to be talking about the kind of giving a overall review of how we think of the first 10 issues of the Jason Aaron, I guess, reboot of the IDW series. We're also going to be talking about just other news. We're going to get into the part 3 of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle series that's going to be coming out soon. And guys, we're just going to be having fun tonight. I guess well, I'll start with you, Doug, since you haven't been here. You haven't we haven't done this in a while. We haven't heard from you in a long time, man. So, what's been up with you, dude?
Well, I did go to the Fan Expo in Toronto. Had a lot of fun there.
Nice.
There was, they had a specific cover for the comic, which is this cover here. And
Oh,
it
nice.
turns out this is one of the 5 versions the artist did for the comic.
Nice.
And from one of the guys who does Archie stuff, for the second issue of the comic we're talking about, I got this foil cover signed by him.
nice.
Nice. Yeah, that foil looks pretty solid. Yeah.
That's really cool.
I'm scared to touch my foil comics. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I also have it signed by the guy who drew it.
Oh, wow. A true collector.
Not so true, as I could have also got the Ninja Turtle Naruto issue 1 Toronto cover, but that comic wasn't as good to me as it could have been.
You know what? I agree with you. It was so with the Naruto series, it felt like it still maintained its lore from the IDW series, but it was kind of the turtles were advanced, but the Naruto characters, it seemed like they were like base level in power.
Oh, no,
But
yeah, this was set well before
Shippuden.
Sasuke was taken from the Leaf Village. But this one is also set up as if the turtles are also in their own hidden village. I believe it was called the Big Apple.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So like
Yeah.
basically with like the Naruto characters, if you're talking like Naruto, like the main ones, Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura, they're still kind of at the lowest rank of ninja, which is Ginning, where they're still kind of like subordinates, but they work their way up eventually and become a lot more powerful over time. That's like a couple more years later on. This is like kind of their earlier career where they're still like dealing with some kind of subhuman, superhuman type stuff, like you know what I mean?
Well, you remember like the first fight Naruto and Sasuke had, when they both oh, I forgot his name. Their sensei.
Kakashi?
And like a Kakashi separated them, and so when they were doing their attack, it went to different water towers.
Oh yeah.
And you saw Sasuke had like a pretty big hole in the front, Naruto had a belly hole. Then you look at the back, it was completely exploded.
He had the hospital fight with the
Yeah.
water towers and all that.
Nice. Guys, I have not watched Naruto. Like at
I know
all.
we're straying away from when we're talking about Naruto and everything.
But
that's just a general idea with the power levels with that. I know you're like, I think I remember like Bundle was kind of here and he was saying like, you know, Naruto was doing all that stuff like splitting moons in half and stuff. Yeah, they're not doing that here in this TMNT Naruto crossover. This is where they're still like kind of young and before we get to that level.
yeah, I was happy for that comic because that's one of the few comics I've introduced to my oldest daughter and she was able to enjoy it. But Doug, what's your stripe against the Naruto series?
Well, one, as I said before, I don't like the race change of April. It adds nothing to the comic.
I agree.
But I wish they could have done it something more along the lines of like what they've done with Usagi Yojimbo.
Okay.
Where it's asking the turtles ending up in like the Naruto world.
Okay.
Yeah, because it kind of felt like they were just inhabiting, like they already kind of exist inside Naruto's world without kind of just doing some kind of interdimensional travel and stuff like that to get to there, like they do inside Usagi.
Yeah, kind of like the Ninja Turtle Batman movie. They are from the same universe, but like with the comic version, they actually went from an alternate universe.
Yeah, they just simplified it for the movies though.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So far for comic book movies, like there's that one, and also the Injustice Gods Among Us. Both movies suck compared to the comic books they were based on.
Yeah,
you're not alone in that one either.
Injustice. Yeah, the Injustice was so unnecessary.
Though the Injustice one should have been a multi-movie, not just one, where they somehow had, spoilers, the Flash got killed by being hit with Joker gas or fear toxin.
I think he got hit by like a saw blade after he got hit like with fear
toxin.
Yeah,
that too.
Yeah, that was just kind of dumb. I blinked in and just like, wait, Flash died? I was like, oh.
So Jonan, what was your are you excited for the part 3 of the Power Rangers and TMNT comic book series that's coming out soon?
I'm definitely looking forward to it. I can't say I'm like super hyped like that, but I'm like, okay. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Because I definitely enjoyed the first 2 crossovers and stuff. I kind of wanted to get when I met the Power Rangers, I met David Yost, Amy Jo Johnson, and Walter Jones Jr. Maybe at another convention.
Awesome.
Yeah, maybe at another convention or something, I could probably like get them to sign those comics and stuff. Like that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
What's cool is my store was nice enough because I'm a big fan of shows. Gave me this one here, which is I guess a preview for it. Or the Afghan, whatever.
That is probably one of the best covers I've ever seen from TMNT, bro.
I'm not Kevin Eastman
cover? Could be. Well, yeah, covers by Freddie E. Williams II and Kevin Eastman.
Okay.
And I'm not exactly sure why you say it's going to be coming out. Because issue 1 is right here.
Nice.
When did that? Okay, so when did it issue 1 of part 3? That's already out?
Issue 1 has come out.
Good grief, my comic book store is so behind.
I have an amazing one.
Oh my god!
Like, what they did for me is I had a bunch of old wrestling figures I brought into them, and they gave me whatever for it. And then, like, he went and priced them. He realized he kind of didn't give me enough for them.
Yeah.
So then he gave me, like, for the big NECA figures, he gave me like $100 off of one of them, and they were like 200 each.
Okay.
One second, my fault. I got a disturbing message just now. Okay,
That's
I'm back.
okay.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
So, what are you guys looking forward to with the third crossover of TMNT and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
Well, so do do you think that Lord Zed and Shred are the Ninja Turtles like OP versus Zed and Shredder for them to team up? Like, is that a good enough challenge?
Sorry, I kind of the
Wait.
before challenge.
I said, do you think that Shredder and Zed's a good enough challenge against all these opponents?
Well, why not? Shredder on his own is good against the Turtles, and Lord Zed on his own is great against the Power Rangers.
Hmm.
Yeah, it could work. I mean, because they are their primary like arch nemesis and all that. So, yeah. Because the last one it was strictly just Krang and Rita. So now it's like, oh, okay, Zed and Shredder now.
That could bring excitement. I mean, I know for a lot of Power Ranger fans, like Lord Zed is one of the faves as a villain.
Yeah, he definitely has a very cool design.
Wait, was it it was the first one where Shredder got the Dragon Zord power, right?
Yeah,
believe
he
so.
became the Green Ranger, and him and Rita had teamed up.
Yeah. Okay.
Then the second one was when
The
basically
Power Rangers became mutants of the
yeah,
dinosaurs they were.
yeah, and Shredder is working with the turtles and stuff to team up against Rita and Krang and all that for trying to take over the world.
Yeah. Yeah, good old revenge.
Yep.
Do you? I mean, do you think this is good enough, or I mean, how far do you think this series should go?
I don't know. I
They-
Our
mean,
possibilities are endless. I mean, both of these properties are have been growing in the past 10 years, and
what they do now is after this, they do the next one with the next group of Power Rangers, and so on and so forth with the turtles.
yeah, that would be cool to see like other Ranger sets team up with the turtles, like Zeo or Turbo or something.
Honestly, what I would love for them to do is do a Power Rangers in Space comic crossover with these turtles.
like,
But the Power Rangers in Space mentioned they met the turtles before, and also a female turtle.
Yeah, and you can
mm,
start adding and like line up with that timeline because yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think it was Power Rangers in Space. It might have been, or it might have been the
it
one after
was
No,
that.
Power
Oh, it was.
Rangers in
that
Space,
was the crossover.
Oh, okay.
episode
Yeah, so that
5.
would be awesome to definitely like revisit that whole
Just
thing.
comment on that because that'd be kind of funny.
Yeah, that'd
But
be pretty
I was
cool.
at a convention in town, and look what I managed to get for myself.
Oh wow, the TV stand. I had that when I was younger.
It
That
was
And,
a
exact one.
and maybe it might be a redemption for
night,
next
Dad.
mutation.
Now the real question is Layer didn't want to.
What,
If
Dad?
I'm not mistaken, Layer didn't want to do
Yeah,
Venus, and
yeah,
Venus is
7 o'clock's when I need to be up.
Kevin product. Well, the network wanted a female turtle, but Kevin. The reason why we probably saw Kevin again was from Kevin. I guess that's
Yeah,
what.
Oh, I know.
I
Oh, I
think
actually
Peter
got
Laird and
directly from Kevin as to why they added Venus to the show.
yeah, because I
Uh,
think Peter Laird had it. He had a falling out over the whole Venus thing because he wasn't really a fan. He wasn't aesthetic about the idea of a female
Oh,
turtle.
he apparently he hates her, and if you bring her up to him, it's gonna piss him off. But Kevin Easton was saying they went and talked to a woman at Sabanas if they want this, they need a female turtle for it to go on because it can't just be all guys.
mhm.
Yeah, I can kind of see it because that is a type of common trope with like some of these like companies and stuff where they might like, well, it's an all boys team, but they might need to add like a token or diverse female a little bit to kind of like
Like,
maybe sometimes
Tender.
balance things out. But I'm not necessarily against it though because I'm like, well, depends. Like you
like
can
to
definitely
me,
make this character like
the
look
way
cool.
they did it is kind of interesting. Where she was taken by some guy and brought to Japan, which is kind of cool. But they changed pretty much everything else, as the turtles were no longer brothers.
Yeah, that was definitely a
And
slap in the
they
face.
didn't really have, you didn't have Shredder, April, or Casey show up at all in the show.
Mm.
Yeah, Shredder. I think he was there for like a couple of episodes, but I don't think he was
Oh
the main
yeah,
tech.
he was taken out right away.
Yeah.
Made to lose marrying someone that showed up near the end. But in the one season of, I think, was it 12 episodes,
Oh,
they had
yeah.
2 clip shows.
Could have been 12. Yeah. I don't know. I never saw the entirety of Next Mutations, so I can't really say.
The
I
later it
bought it.
got, it became a little bit the nonsense kind of happened, but the Dragon Lord, he had some interesting episodes, and the fighting choreography wasn't that bad. I mean, this for its time, I lived it. I enjoyed it.
Oh, I watched it while I was on TV.
Me too.
And
Yeah, it's
also,
Sublime.
I bought the complete series on DVD.
Mm.
And as a bonus, it comes with the Power Rangers in Space episodes.
Nice.
Nice.
I might have to get that someday.
Yeah, it was
Well, what's
it was
kind
it
of
was a it
cool
was a
is
magic moment. Those episodes were magical.
what's also cool in it is one of the villains. I think his name was sound like Bonesaw. The guy who played him is the guy who voiced Rat Trap and Dinobot in Beast Wars or Beasties.
Oh wow, Ratchet was pretty cool in Beast Wars and Beast Machines. I remember that shit. Yeah, that's all right. But I honestly, IDW picking Venus back up was pretty cool. But
If
I
you
wouldn't mind. I
get,
mean, if okay, so do you guys want to hop from? Do you think it'd be a good idea to hop from Mighty Morphin all the way? Would you guys still want to see the ninjas with the remember the ninja costumes before they went to the next series?
Oh, you're talking like
the ninja
from like the
costumes,
movies and all that.
Yeah, because I mean, it was Turbo. Technically, after Mighty Morphin, it was Turbo. Even though
No, it
they
was
had changed different costumes, I thought. Or
no. So
Zeo.
like they had the little ninja stuff going on for a bit for like Mighty Morph, and then they went to
yeah,
like
Ninja
Power Ranger
Storm.
Zeo, and then Turbo.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
what it was.
it was Ninja Storm where they were the ninjas in kind of like an academy and they
No,
were
no, no. I'm
OSP
talking
at
about
the
the ninja
beginning.
outfits that they would wear in from Mighty Morphin, like around when that first film came out. They had ninja
Oh,
suits,
those
and then
ones.
they
Yeah.
would
Oh,
morph.
yeah.
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 All I know is the worst one is the black costume.
I thought the costume was pretty dope.
I'm sorry, it's a frog.
Yeah, I mean the animal wasn't. Yeah,
Oh,
but okay,
I do
but
like frogs,
if I'm
but
not
Oh, yeah,
mistaken,
that
though,
one was. Yeah,
from the
yeah.
movie, if I feel like he was he just doing frog style fighting, but I feel like he was jumping higher and leaping and had some cool
It could
abilities.
be, but it's
they
just
could have been
great. He
doing something like
wanted
that.
me to complain about I'm a frog, and that lady, whatever her name was, did this whole thing about how the frog was mighty.
Yeah, she's
And
like, well,
then
you're the
when
frog
they
that
went
gets
on
kissed.
to when they went on to do Turbo, he ended up his vehicle became a VW Bug, and what he wanted to do was comment and go like, "I got a bug. I'm a bug." As a joke
Screwed
at the
again.
start of the movie.
Yeah.
You went from a mammoth to a frog to a bug.
Yep.
But yeah,
I don't
Oh,
know.
but I have something cool to show you guys too.
cool. I'm pretty sure they did the whole
Right?
ninja costume thing because they probably ran out of like stock footage from the Japanese Super Sentai stuff, so they had to
Mm.
like kind of do their own thing.
Oh yeah, they did.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
the the Green Ranger was not supposed to be around as long as he was. He became too popular.
Oh yeah, he was
But
supposed to get killed
getting
off.
back to the turtles, a friend of mine does zombie portraits.
Oh, that's why you sent me that link.
Yeah, the zombie portraits website, and like he's done. If you want to zoom in on me again briefly,
Okay.
here we have him done Shredder,
Zombie
Oh, okay.
Shredder looks pretty cool.
Leonardo,
Zombie Leo. Oh man, I need that on
Nice.
a T-shirt.
Oh
Zombie
boy.
Donatello,
Zombie.
Donatello.
There you go, Johnny.
Raphael,
Oh, they got him with the last Ronin arrows.
In the nose.
Donatello had the last Ronin. Donatello and Splinter had the arrows, not Raphael.
Rev died from arrow. I mean, Rev died
Well,
from arrows and poisoned drowned in the water with
No, he did
fire.
not. He died
yeah,
by getting stabbed in the neck by Karai.
he got stabbed in the neck, but I mean, when he was fighting through all those guys, he got like hit with arrows and like
Yeah,
shurikens and all that stuff in the way.
yeah.
Here's Michelangelo,
The Mikey. Nice.
Master Splinter,
That's just really. Oh yeah, he looks scary.
and then, of course, April O'Neil.
My boo.
Might say must look more dead than the rat in the Jason Aaron bed.
Nice.
It's
Yeah,
literally zombieportraits.com.
Oh yeah. Hold
And
on.
like he does actual portraits of you too.
This is the site, zombieportraits.com.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And truth be
zombieportraits.com.
told, he does not know I did this. And that's the guy right there at the bottom, Rob.
Nice.
Modern Decay artists. Nice. Oh yeah, that's pretty solid. So, a couple of weeks, in select theaters in the U.S. I don't know. Torvik, did you say whether or not you guys got a chance to have the first Ninja Turtle film in theaters?
Not, I think they're in other towns, just not mine.
Okay.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I was able to see it though. I saw it last Tuesday.
last Tuesday. Oh wow, that was like an extra week then. So okay, it was 2 weeks.
Yeah,
So,
I was like, well, might as well. Since I'm off today, I was like, well, might as well go see it. Yeah.
how was
So dressed up
how
as
was your
Donatello.
experience?
Oh yeah, definitely because those movies came up before I was even born. So I was like, yeah, I was watching it on DVD or something. But now I
I
finally get to
remember
experience
waiting
it
in
theaters.
line to see it in theaters.
Oh nice.
Yeah.
Like the line to get in to see them was going around the block.
Oh wow.
Nice.
But actually, I do have to go grab one thing quickly that you remind me of.
Okay, no problem. But yeah, I took my youngest to see it in theaters, and I, of course, I've seen the movie several times. I know what's going to happen, but I was too young when the movie came. I don't even think I was born yet when the first movie came out.
No,
So
well, I think. Well, I mean, I know I'm probably gatekeeping. We're not gatekeeping, but what you call it? If I know your age, yeah, you were born, but it was like you had to be like really little for that movie to be
I was
out.
born in '89.
Oh, okay, so you're like one when that movie came out.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So for the second movie, when it came out, they had Jello. They had Ooze Jello.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and they did something kind of special with the covers or the boxes.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, I gotta put that in there. You know, the second one's my favorite film.
That is definitely a Donatello focused film.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? That's the movie that made Vanilla Ice a star.
Yeah, I mean, he
Really?
was already a star, but it definitely took him to the next level.
Yeah.
But yeah, with the first film, I had to go see it in theaters. For one, I try to support the Turtles as much as I can because it was at a certain point, a lot of these networks didn't want to pick up the Turtles.
You talking about
And
Oh
current?
yeah,
you said
they
what?
had a hard time finding a film company that would help produce it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, not just that film. I mean, I'm talking about like that stagnancy they had in like the right before they had the 2003 series for the Turtles.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was kind of a blank error for that. Like
Yeah,
yeah, that
and
because we had Next Mutation, and then that went to like the 2003 Turtles.
hmm so I mean, I want to support. I try to support the Turtles as much as I can, and I really want to know what it felt like to be in the theaters. It was not. I mean, I've seen the film several times, but to know it, if to kind of imagine what it would have felt like to be in a packed theater when this movie first came out, and the film really tapped in. When I watched it in theaters, the movie tapped in for the age and time. Like I felt like, okay, let me go back in time to 1989.
Yeah, I know what you mean because I always love like going to the theaters and stuff. I like having that in theater kind of experience compared to like I don't know watching it online and stuff like that. It's kind of a different kind of experience because at least you're around other people to get some reactions. You got some popcorn. You can be like, all right, let me just kick back in this recliner and just relax. But
Yeah.
yeah, but watching this movie like in theaters and stuff definitely kind of brought out the inner child in me. It's kind of like I definitely want to hold myself back because I know which lines they're gonna say,
Yeah,
and
me
I'm
too.
like, yeah. So I'm like, I can't say it because I'll be disrupting the theater. But I was sitting next to this like kid and stuff, and she was like, "Oh my god!" or like laughing and stuff. I'm like, all right. It's like it was a little annoying at first, but it's also kind of wholesome too. So I was like, all right,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what really stood out to me as well when I was in theaters, is to see the little kids who that was their first time seeing the film. That was the first time my youngest had seen the Ninja Turtle live action films.
nice.
And they're forced to watch some of the shows when they were younger, but like I didn't throw the live actions on them, and
Yeah,
to see them to be introduced to that time and age. And you know what? That's the one thing that the rest of those films was missing. Live action, cartoon, every variant is that it to modern like for that time being showing gangs. I
yeah,
felt like that was the real streets of New York.
Oh, the fun stuff that happened, like the voice of Splinter in the movie, is the same guy who voiced Elmo in Sesame Street.
Yes.
And also, what I love is Josh Pals, who played Raphael, was the taxi passenger
hmm
when Raphael was chasing after Casey and rode over the top of the cab.
hmm
yeah.
Michelin and Sissy, who played Michelangelo, plays the pizza delivery man.
Yep, the
Leave
Domino's guy,
Keaton, Donatello, was a Foot Clan messenger in the subway,
the
which,
one
if
that
I'm not
slapped
mistaken, is
April.
the one who slapped April.
Mm.
And then David Foreman, who was Leonardo, appeared as a gang member in the warehouse fight scene.
Yep.
Now, what I really would have hoped for, they have a GoFundMe right now for a lot of the deleted footage from the first film that's available
Yeah,
in a
I'm not sure if
GoFundMe.
you. Well, I'm about to interject. I'm not sure if you saw. Well, I'm pretty sure you saw it. But when they were doing the playing the movie and stuff, they also showed the behind the scenes before they started the movie and stuff.
hmm
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
actually recorded the behind the well not the behind the scenes, but them giving a little commentary on it. I actually
Yeah.
put it on TikTok though. I didn't put it on YouTube yet.
Well, cool. Also, with that same thing, Mark Castle, who played Leonardo in the second movie, played the man in the newsroom who informed April that Donatello was calling her.
Oh, the guy with the ponytail. Okay.
Yeah,
his voice did seem like, I don't know, kind of yeah, that makes sense. But I hope there'll be a time in our lives that we'll get the final version, the director's cut of that first film. Those deleted scenes that are on YouTube, where when they cut out Shredder's killing scene.
Oh yeah, I think you're talking
Like
about like the
Shredder's
locker room
killing
scene where
scene?
like
Yeah,
Tatsu.
so when Shredder was first introduced in the first film, you
Oh
remember
yeah,
how they were rolling that carpet out?
right. Where
Oh yeah, there's a fight where like 4 foot went against Shredder and he beat
Yeah,
them all.
yeah,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
yeah. So I would like to see that in its entirety, and I believe there's some more footage that was cut as well.
especially a lot of scenes with like Michelangelo, because I think I actually met the screenwriter too. Actually,
Mm.
last year,
Oh, that's
Mutant Ninja
cool.
Turtles. Yeah, it was around the time where I met Kevin Eastman again. He was also there too. Uh, I couldn't get his autograph because that Kevin Eastman line was just long. But I mean, we
You
talked
couldn't
for a
get
bit.
Kevin Eastman's autograph?
I did.
Yeah, I got like I met Kevin Eastman like 2 times, so I got his autograph on like well 2 things. But yeah, but I think the guy said that yeah his favorite character was like Michelangelo. He was like
Oh, yeah.
and I think in the 1990s movie, the first one, they had a lot of scenes with Michelangelo, but they had to cut it for certain reasons. But things like Michelangelo training and him having a little bit more of a
Uh,
temper because of Splinter's loss and everything.
That
So
would have
yeah,
been cool because they only showed him punching the punching bag. And then the weird part about it was Michelangelo's body, but it was
on the roof,
Raphael that was yelling Splinter.
Splinter.
yeah.
Oh, but here's one for you. I think it was the year before the 25th anniversary of the Ninja Turtles. Kevin Eastman was at the Fan Expo in Toronto promoting the Heavy Metal magazine.
Mm,
So he had a very short line. I have a picture of me and him dressed as Mega Man.
nice.
Nice.
I talked to him. We were supposed to get in contact for him to send me a picture of the turtles to get tattooed. Because this was when the Marvel's Secret Invasion, where the Skrulls were coming to Earth and slowly taking over different heroes.
Hmm.
So I got Kevin Eastman to draw me this cover.
Hold on. Switch it over. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Oh, do you know why they did the second Heavy Metal movie, by the way?
Why?
Because Kevin Eastman's wife agreed to pose naked.
Oh wow. Well, that's one hell of a deal. Well, Jonan, I know you didn't want to wait in line for Kevin Eastman, but I did.
Oh no, I did. No, I've done
And I
that.
and this is some footage of me meeting Kevin
Everybody's a
Eastman.
fan of the new Turtles, but they haven't seen them yet. So I'm kind of excited about it. I'm really too much here.
Created and wrote it. It was it's like story by me, Peter John.
Y'all don't even know how nervous I was.
Oh no, I don't blame you.
All over it.
Well,
Because
but
I met Kevin Eastman years ago when I was like 19, or the day before I turned 19, for my birthday or whatever. And then I met him again last year. But yeah, but I was willing to definitely wait that line. But it was like, man, that line was like hours.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I was in Chicago. It wrapped all the way almost around the entire stadium. I was in line for 3 hours.
Oh yeah,
when I went to see him, maybe 10 minutes. I went and saw him multiple times.
Oh wow, you
And I
lucky
guess this
dog.
is before it got really big again with the Turtles.
And he wasn't expensive either.
he wasn't. And what's crazy is, even though
Well,
he didn't charge
what,
a whole
for
lot, because I think he
autographs?
charged like
Yeah.
$50 or something like that.
He only
He
charged 30
stayed
for
past.
autograph.
Like Kevin Eastman stayed past
Oh.
the time he was supposed to leave. I was like, man, I'm so
I
glad
got-
he stayed because I would have.
Yep.
I could do one better. Mine were all free.
Oh, that's pretty darn cool.
Like he had, like I bought his body count comic,
Mhm.
Nice.
And I also got a actual animation cell of Bebop and Rocksteady from him too.
Oh, dude,
That's
you're
cool.
sitting on a freaking gold mine over there.
I remember. Yeah, he did have stuff.
I'll be right
that
back
he was
again.
selling.
Y'all still got. I gotta go out to somewhere in Michigan. They the first role playing board game that the Turtles ever had was this company that was at Gen Con, and I met them. And I think a cover for one of their books, their gaming books, I guess, yeah, their board gaming books, is the he had Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird draw the cover for it. And that's like the most recent thing that they've done together. Like one of the last things they've done together.
Yeah, because I hardly ever see them interact together. So, yeah. And besides, I don't think Peter Laird really goes to a lot of cons like that either. So,
No, he doesn't. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I gotta visit you guys' store sometime.
yeah.
I'll definitely reach out to them. But so we the first film's already been in theaters now, and I believe in about it might be this month or next month that they're going to be airing the Secret of the Ooze in select theaters as well.
Okay.
So I'm
Okay,
definitely
be looking
I'm
forward to
gonna
that.
have to see if I can find it.
okay.
But I did find some other things that are kind of cool. I forgot I had. 4 reptiles and a rodent.
You know it's backwards on our screen, but nice.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
I don't know
4
how
reptiles
you
and
can
a
make.
rodent.
I don't know how you can
Teenage
make it look like it's not backwards, but I mean that's cool.
Yeah, well, it's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle portfolio by Peter Laird, pencils, Dan Bircher inks, and Sting Levine colors.
Yep.
Oh, this is from 2008. I got it from Berger.
Oh man.
Oh, is it? Okay. Back
Red
when they had the
Bandana
little
Turtles.
tails.
That's pretty player.
Of course.
Looks almost like Jim Lawson style.
And the favorite. Are you guys a fan of the tail or not the tail?
It doesn't matter too much to me, but speaking of Jim Lawson, check this one
In
out.
my head, I pretend like it's there, but in truth, like when I draw the turtles, I don't really draw it like that.
Okay. Oh, nice. The Lawson.
There's your Jim Lawson.
Oh, there it is.
That's pretty darn cool.
So have you guys seen any of the Hello Kitty Ninja Turtles things?
Yeah.
So I have not, but I'm gonna try and get some of those toys that's at McDonald's. How about yourself?
Apparently, here they started 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So, but today they actually had 5 of them already. So I don't know if I missed any yet. But of course, here's your box.
Okay.
I contemplated it, but then I thought, I tried doing that same thing with the Naruto toys, but it didn't, like with Burger King, but it didn't go so well. So I was like, all right, well, I don't really feel like doing that with McDonald's with Ninja Turtles, but my family does have this one toy with Michelangelo, so that's something.
What's cool is this one here is one of the Hello Kitty characters pretending to be a Ninja Turtle.
Nice.
And then it looks like you have the Ninja Turtles being Hello Kitty characters.
I have to get the raft.
And it does make me happy that Leonardo is Hello Kitty.
That's pretty cool.
And on the side, they each have a scan to play code.
So it's probably connected to a game.
Yeah, probably.
That makes sense. makes sense.
And with these ones here, they're all actually hard figures, not stuffed animals.
Mm. Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
I think it would have been perfect. For
Actually,
him.
one sec. I have extras that actually take it out to show you.
Oh. He's depackaging. He took it out the package. Oh, okay, that's not plush.
No,
I'll get the one that my family has real quick.
yeah, it's hard plastic with a screw in the head.
Oh, nice. And it's got a shell as well.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Oh. Oh, and it does come with a card too inside.
Okay. You know what? I do not see as much Hello Kitty as I used to see. So, you know, it's not a bad idea for a team up for or I guess for a Happy Meal. For the longest, you know what? I couldn't even think of McDonald's Happy Meal toys to me doesn't have that same impact that it
Oh,
used to
they
have when we were
suck
younger.
now. But they did a Hello Kitty Yu-Gi-Oh set.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And all I'm missing from those is the wing dragon of Raw one.
Oh, nice. Okay. Side quest. Hold on. Oh, Jonah's about to. Jonah, you got my Raph?
No, that's Michelangelo.
Oh, Mikey, still looks cool.
Yep.
You think it's heavy enough to be a paperweight? But I mean, that's a nice office like decoration.
Yeah. Probably just keep it somewhere.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
What else I'm doing is here is that I'm gonna be buying one of the the display they have of the figures.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be buying one here. But apparently, to get that, you need to make like a $40 donation to the McDonald House, Raw McDonald House.
Oh wow. Okay.
Which really is a great thing to make a donation. But the one thing I'm curious about is, would that count? Would you get received for the donation for tax purposes?
Well, you know
And
what?
damn it, I just made myself an adult.
I'm trying to think. I think you might want to look for what is there, a voucher for your donation, and then you can use that. You just have to keep that documentation with you if you wanted to write it off on your taxes.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if you're interested. Let's see here. What am I? I feel like okay. We talked about the secret of the ooze. Got me down. Oh, so I'm gonna start with Jonan. You still there, Jonah?
Yep, still here.
You mind giving us a synopsis of what you think of the first 10 issues of the Jason Aaron IDW series?
Yeah, sure. Definitely was looking forward to this one. So, I know I haven't exactly been making some of videos talking about it because I'm not but I've contemplated, but I'm kind of lacking that TMNT enthusiasm right now. But with the first 10 issues, they're not actually bad. It's definitely a lot more, and like I said before, better than the previous run. That's just my opinion. Kind of a little bit mid, but it's not bad. And I'm kind of, at first I was kind of against the whole, why do the brothers gotta be dysfunctional again? Why do they gotta be I don't know, why is things kind of being a little bit dark with the dead rat thing? But I'm kind of actually enjoying it because it feels like everything is starting to come back together for once, where they're starting to become like brothers again. And the dead rat thing, I'm like, you know what? That's not a half bad idea. It actually reminds me of Mirage, where Splinter one time, the Rat King, like his spirit tried to make Master Splinter eat like a dead rat, and he actually did do it.
Splinter did eat,
because
yeah, he did eat the dead rat.
oh no, he did in the
But,
comics, but in the
yeah,
they adapted that in the
but
cartoon, and he couldn't like they didn't do it in the cartoon, but yeah, it was
but
crazy.
if I'm not mistaken, in the original comic, the Rat King was actually dead at that point, though. Before that happened, it was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
in
yeah. He
Splinter's
died. He
mind.
like he fought the turtles, snapped his neck or something like that because he fell off a building, and then like Splinter he fell somewhere and broke his leg or whatever. He couldn't no one didn't know where he was, so basically he was forced to eat a rat or something like that because he was trapped for days, so he couldn't. You know what I'm saying? He was starving. But yeah, pretty dark term. But it reminds me of something like that with the dead
Yeah,
rat.
they did it in the third cartoon, the
Yeah,
first 3D animated one.
yeah.
And the
Like
voice
they,
of the Rat King in that was the voice, I forget his name. No, I believe it was Ratchet from Transformers Prime.
Mm,
oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah,
But
he
yeah,
also voiced the Question in Justice League Unlimited.
okay.
that makes sense though. Actually, he does sound like him. Didn't know that. But yeah, they referenced it in the 2012 version, but he didn't do it because well, it's a kids cartoon and Splinter was only there for like a day or something like that, so he didn't give in. But he was like thinking it though. But
Yeah,
yeah, with
that
this comic
series
though,
got kind of weird.
yeah.
Like
But
you
with this
had
comic,
Raphael turn into like a hay pet, and then you
okay,
had Donatello merge with a car.
true.
Oh, and you also had Raphael become a vampire.
Yeah, 2012. But anyways, the comic though with the Jason Aaron stuff. So yeah,
Yeah.
not bad actually. I kind of it's pretty decent, It's kind of too bad though because I think I heard something about him getting like kicked off or something like that or whatever,
Yeah.
or like they're replacing
Yeah.
him. So I'm like,
Oh yeah,
oh
Jason Big, I think.
yeah. So I'm kind of just
Yeah,
like,
it
well, that
was
was weird.
something he made some kind of controversial tweet on Twitter, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
But I love what they did to explain the voice change.
What do you mean voice
Where
change?
you had Leonardo pretty much
oh yeah,
kicking
with Seth
every
Green.
one of Shredder's minions' asses, but then Shredder got him and sliced out his vocal cords. And
Mm.
after he healed, his voice had changed. His vocal cords had changed. So then he started to sound like Chris Griffin.
Yeah, Seth Green. But what was I thinking? 20. Yeah, Jason
But
Aaron. So yeah, I kind of wish they would finish out Jason Aaron's thing a little bit, at least like what he has planned with this arc,
yeah.
because it's kind of like definitely some interesting stuff. Because at least we're getting back to like the street level, organized crime type stuff with this DA guy, and the Foot. They're like masquerading as like police officers and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So all that's pretty like kind of good. Um, I
So,
was thinking about talking about this, but it was kind of weird how like well Casey got shot and April's like kind of replacing him as like the vigilante, which
Mm.
I'm not completely against, but I'm just like, well, April doesn't have to use Casey's sports gear to fight crime. She could probably just do it with like, well, if she really trained or whatever in the IDW version, maybe
well,
like they could have
her
introduced
and
like the
Casey are
sword
kind
and
of
the
dating right
steel
now.
fans and stuff like that. Wait, what were you saying?
I believe Casey and April are somewhat dating, or kind of like a couple, or something like that.
It's
They
weird
had
because
they had a
the
sub
IDW,
series in the IDW series as well. Because I mean, technically, this is like up to issue 160. They just didn't want to call it that.
yeah, they relaunch. It's the
Oh,
same
It's
I
universe,
hate
but
you know what I mean.
how
It's a
they.
relaunch, but this is basically like that Donatello is still the Donatello that
No,
we
I
imagine.
hate. No, it's not a relaunch. It's a continuation where they
Exactly,
just redid number one again, which is annoying.
exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah, that's what it is.
And that
But
does remind me of a new comic that I have to hopefully I can find quickly.
But yeah, with the history of Casey and April though, in the IDW, yeah, they were dating, but then with the miniseries, they broke them up for whatever reason. So they've been broken up for a while, but um, but they've been just, I guess, good friends. But I'm just like, you might as well just get like just get them back together. Like it was no point.
Yeah.
But that's just me. I mean, I guess you do have like Casey and Jenica. They got together in between like the breaking up point, but after that, I'm like, might as well just get them back together, you know. But that's just me.
Man, that was so. Those are some of the things, the reasons why I like that IDW run. Just because it just, I don't know, more characters got so much. You kind of, there's enough. You could connect to so many different characters. So no.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, IDW, it may not be my favorite anymore right now, but when I was starting to get into it, I was like, wow, this is a very unique take on the turtles. Not my preferred or my definitive type of version, but I'm like, you know
Mm,
what? Like I was like, man, this is almost as good as like the 2003 series in my eyes. But
mm.
yeah,
But I mean, it's I guess this just goes. This is it just condenses everything. So, with the mutant town and everything, it kind of shrunk that whole universe. Even though it's the same thing, but like right now, these first 10 issues just focus on the turtles, the prime characters, and I think a lot of people enjoyed it. But I haven't paid attention to sales to know if these issues have dropped off in sales or where they're at currently. I know the first issue sold very well.
yeah, makes sense. First issue. Um, yeah, I can't really tell you about the sales though, but I am glad of what they're doing with Donatello though, because I'm like, first I was kind of a little iffy on that too. I'm like, did you guys make Donatello old and somehow anorexic or whatever? And yeah, but nah, I don't think he's old. It's just like I guess he's just suffering from like, oh well, some type of like time paradox or whatever, where his mind is kind of a little bit messed up or
Mhm.
whatever, and he's kind of skinny for no apparent reason. But yeah, but I did kind of stop by the comic book shop a couple of weeks ago and got that Donatello versus Leonardo thing because I was like, okay, that was kind of impressive.
Hold on, what do you mean Donatello versus Leonardo? What?
So there was a comic, basically, well, that's what I'm calling it because I have a cover where Kevin Eastman did a drawing. I probably have it
So
upstairs, but
unfortunately, oh, sorry,
oh yeah, we read it.
You said what, Douglas?
I oh, they're actually doing like from Tales of the Ninja Turtles. They're actually doing a new comic based in that, or
Yeah,
at least they did a one shot where it's Shadow's like a teenager in that, and I think April is pregnant with Casey's child.
Oh wow. Okay.
yeah. But nah, I have this comic and stuff. It's part of the Jason Aaron thing, but I'm just calling it that because that's the cover where Kevin Eastman drew like Donatello and Leo fighting and
Mm,
stuff. Because there was a brief moment where they got into it because Leo was like, "Yeah, my family is falling apart, and I got to do something about it." Starting with Donnie, and Donnie's like, "Well, even though he's like skinny, and we saw what Donnie looks like, he's like, fighting crime and stuff, but he's looking worse and worse." And he's like,
he's
"I know
basically
you're following me,
malnourished.
Leo." Wait, what'd you
Yeah.
say?
I say he's basically like malnourished.
Yeah, very.
Malnourished.
Mm.
Yeah, like he is very like malnourished and all that. And like he's like, I know you're following me, Leo. You can, yeah. Are you gonna like come over here? Then they kind of got
Mhm.
into it, and then that's kind of when like Leo, by the end of the comic, kind of realized that the dead rat that Donnie was like talking to and stuff was actually like Master Splinter's voice or whatever, his way of communicating through them. So pretty weird moment, but
Yeah, the big question I have though is how did they get clothing to fit on Wrath underneath his shell?
wait, underneath the show?
Like if you look, you see him wearing the clothing, but it's not going over his shell.
And what? You talking about one of the
When
covers?
Raphael was in jail at the first issue.
Oh, let me look at that. I mean, you know what? That may not have been the best idea, but it probably looks cool.
Yeah, a little bit of inconsistency, but it still looks cool though.
Like that's what every time they draw the turtles wearing clothing, that's generally what they do.
This shell would stick out. Yeah, you're right.
So what
And
do you
I'm
guys
trying
think of
to,
the Jason Aaron stuff?
I'm liking it so far.
Um, I mean, to be honest, the artwork looks different, but story to me doesn't feel different at all. I think this is not saying Jason Aaron's bad at what he does, but I think this was more of let's get this out of the hands of Sophie Campbell than it is like revamping anything.
Yeah, because I mean,
Like,
and I'm not gonna try and trash talk Sophie Campbell this time, but basically, to just summarize it with Sophie Campbell, it's like her stories is more of like a slice of life where she was doing like this kind of like, oh, this down to earth kind of like neighbor kind of thing or whatever with the turtles.
Mm,
Whereas we're getting back to the martial arts and the action side of Ninja Turtles that we all kind of, bought the comics to kind of read and all that stuff.
mm.
honestly, did kind of where it was when they did a bit of the slice of life stuff, where they weren't just fighting all the time.
Yeah. I don't mind like certain moments, but when you make that like, I don't know, 10, 15 issues straight, I'm like, oh my God, please stop.
But like for me, like with bad like artwork not looking the best, was I think it was the artist for Janica 2, where it's like when she draw the turtles, like the heads just look like it was a circle and not like their actual head, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I gotta see if I haven't even read Jenica 2.
Sophia Campbell, she has her own style. I don't think she drew it though, but she might have like kind of, gave specific notes of where like, because she is an artist too,
Mm,
specific notes about like, oh, okay, well, I want you to draw it like this and a little bit close to my stylish, a little bit, make
yeah.
April have a little bit more curly hair because she likes to make April curly hair and stuff like that. But that's what I think personally, and I kind of just got tired of it over time because I'm like, yeah, because at first I used to think Sophie Campbell was like, oh my god, her artwork is like probably the best Ninja Turtle artist to me. But then after all this, I'm like, yeah, I've kind of faltered on that one.
Yeah, I didn't I didn't read any of these comics when the IDW series first started. I hopped in maybe in the hundred and teens.
Okay.
Well, I found out about the first issue when I was at the Fan Expo one year, and someone was selling the covers, and they had all, like there was five of them, I think, that made a collage cover where all the normal prices, and they had another one that was $20,
Okay, but I
and I of course bought them all.
nice, nice. Yeah, I think I jumped into the IDW series in its prime because I don't know what everybody's reaction was when Donatello first died at the beginning of the series, as far as fans
Oh,
a perception of it.
oh,
But
I knew he wasn't dead.
got you. But I mean, I didn't know if like people were in favor of it, and if it was hyped, but then it was declining, or if it, I don't know its presence. But when I decided to start like reading, like that was near like getting into the Armageddon, the issues leading to the Armageddon games.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I also
So I think
also
that was
did
like the
kind of
prime
like.
of the that was probably the one of the prime moments in there. Except oh yeah, what was it like with the was that Shredder goes to hell or something like that?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
sure, goes to hell. It was
What was it like at that time? Like how what was you guys when that issue first came out? Like what was you guys' thoughts?
well, it's like this. So basically, I'm gonna just explain my experience first with the IDW, and then I'll jump to Shredder and Hell. So basically, I think I jumped in around like, well, I didn't jump in because I was still in school, and where I grew up in, there's not really like comic book shops like that. So I kind of like read all my stuff online. So I think I kind of started getting invested around like when they were probably still in like issue 60s or whatever, and I just read all the comics from like issue 1 to like issue whatever was current at that time. So Shredder died in issue 50, and Shredder was dead in the comics for like quite a while, right? Like it was a long time before they brought
I
Shredder back to
think he
life.
was gone for. He came back in issue 100.
Yeah, yeah, he
Mm,
was gone for like in 50 issues, so it was kind of like crazy. So that's where we kind of got Shredder in Hell finally, where
okay.
you get to see like Shredder. Oh, okay, so this is what happened. This is where he went and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, and that was kind of like setting up his whole redemption arc or whatever with the whole, because this version of Shredder isn't, he's evil, but he's not really evil because he was actually possessed by like an evil entity that made him like that in the first place, or exaggerated his like
Because
his character.
if I'm not mistaken, isn't he actually Karai's grandfather in this series?
Sort of. Karai refers to him as grandfather, but he's actually like her ancestor.
Yeah,
Mm.
okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. But, what did you guys think of when Leonardo got brainwashed?
Those are some crazy times. But yeah.
There was one issue that made my jaw drop.
Which one was that?
It was the second Michelangelo Macro series.
Mm.
Oh yeah, where he I know what you're talking about. Where he fought
Where
Splinter.
he is like fed up with what's happening with like all the kids they have. And so he was gonna take them away and raise them himself.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
so as they're getting away, the other turtles, Splinter, and I think actually Jenica shows up too before she's mutated.
Yeah, she was in the background. She used to be like
And
Splinter's right hand man.
Her first appearance was 51 or 53.
Yeah, it was like
yeah,
around
I have
51 or 52.
anyway, so
Actually, no,
Michelangelo
it
is
was before
crossing
that
a
actually.
bridge with a kid, and Splinter tells him, "Come back now." And Michelangelo says to Splinter, "Screw you."
And everybody got quiet quick.
Mm.
But yeah,
And
but I just
then
remembered
you actually see a good fight of Michelangelo versus Splinter, and Michelangelo holding his own and getting a few good hits in.
it was definitely a good fight.
Yeah, I agree.
And what's happening there, though, before the fight is Splinter was actually just trying to train the kids to be new foot recruits. But Leonardo was trying to talk to Splinter about making it so no, that yes, they should get training and then be going to school and like have the option to do it.
Okay. Well, Douglas, what's your thought on the Jason Aaron first 10 issues?
I've enjoyed it for what it was.
Okay.
But like I said, I don't understand why after 150 they just went to issue 1 again,
Hmm.
when it literally is a continuation of the comics.
Yeah. Yes, yeah, that's my disposition as well. I did not read the Shredder issue 1 that came out this week. If you gentlemen have, would you guys mind kind of, you can give out some spoilers or discuss it if you don't mind.
All right, I guess
You mean this
I
issue
can
1?
summarize it or explain it.
Yeah, yes, that Shredder
So
issue 1 that came out this week.
basically, what happens is like, how do I put this? Because I just read it. So Shredder, he's kind of like, he looks like this kind of old looking man. Like he's got like gray hairs and everything, like full on. He's got this gray beard, gray long hair and all that. He kind of looks like a homeless person a little bit.
Hmm.
Basically, he shows back up
Here you
in
go.
his old hideouts, and he fights a bunch of foot ninjas that's kind of just in his way. He's kind of like, I feel like he's kind of partially holding back, but he ain't kind of like, yeah, he's also like killing some people in his way too. He's like, all right, well, if you're in my way, whatever. Like he's throwing people out of buildings, cutting people up and stuff. He's getting hit with arrows and some shurikens, but he's kind of like vaguely flinching. He's like, ugh, you know. But other than that, and then he kind of gets taken out by this new character called the Mourner, who's like this female ninja chick that used to work for him when he was still running the Foot Clan and stuff. And she was like, well, you probably don't remember me and all that stuff because I was one of the lower ranked foot ninjas and all that stuff. So basically she used some kind of magic and takes out Shredder, and then basically like the feds show up and then they capture Shredder, and basically like they have him all, like,
He let them capture him more so than they captured him.
yeah, exactly. And like they capture him and all that stuff, and the fed, like, this chick is like reading off the Shredder's like his crimes and stuff, and it's like you don't know who you got in there because if he wanted to, he can probably escape from those chains right now and probably kill everybody in this building if he really wanted to. And she was like, man, you were like on the you technically are still on the top list of like Interpol's most
Oh,
wanted.
here. If you want to go back to me again, right here, see how he's chained up?
Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
scene, and that's the Shredder.
Okay. That's a different
Only
look.
thing that, oh, hang
Yeah.
on, though, it gets a bit better. In the end, they offered him this high-tech suit.
Oh wow,
He looked at it.
it's like
He
a
pretty
mini
much
mech
destroys
suit.
most of it, saying
Yep.
he doesn't need a true warrior that doesn't need all the high-tech stuff.
Then he just rips the stuff
And,
out and just
and then
puts
he
this
just
on.
goes to this suit.
Okay, that's a pretty solid suit. I like the way Shredder looks.
Yeah, I feel like it was a reference to Next Mutation. But I mean, not
Mm.
Next Mutation, my bad. I mean, the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles where Shredder
Oh,
had
okay.
that mech
Yeah,
suit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was like, we don't need technology. We just need the cold steel of blade just to get things done. But
Mm.
yeah,
So, my question, though, now I'm really curious about this, is what's going to happen between him and the Turtles now? Because the last time they met, he helped train them for the Armageddon games.
Mm.
currently he's on good terms with the Turtles. Personally, myself, I feel like there should be a little bit more animosity between them, but they're kind of on good terms, I guess. So they don't really have much against each other, and they know the reason
Oh
why
no,
Shredder
they
was there.
had the no, they did have that animosity there before they had to go. They trained with them.
Yeah, I mean, at first, but kind of not like because when they were training with him, they started just to get closer and stuff, and I'm just like, no, just no. That's how I personally felt because I'm like, nah, they should. I mean, Splinter, that's one thing for him to forgive Shredder, but the Turtles, no, they don't owe him nothing.
Mhm.
But also before he met up with the Gam, he did help them from behind the scenes without them knowing.
Yeah, he was, but even then, it's still like it's just like he's done a lot. Like he killed them in a past life and their parents too. So it's like,
Mm.
man. But
That's
yeah,
kind
but with the Shredder
of
comic though, so yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. So basically, Shredder's working with the FBI or whatever to capture his former protege, the Mourner. So that's what's about to go down.
Yeah.
But you know what though? That kind of reminds me, kind of was what happened with Harley Quinn. Whereas she did all this bad stuff and that, but now she became more of an anti-hero and she's working with the Batman in that. But there have been no consequences to her actions of what she did before.
Mm.
Yeah, at least with Shredder, I mean, you can say his only consequence is like, well, he went to hell.
Yeah, like he went to hell, fought through hell, and that kind of helped him get better,
Yeah.
Yeah,
or not to be as evil.
yeah, and he helped save the world. So I mean, that's something. But I mean, but in terms of like legalities and stuff like that, I mean, the chick was even saying, she was like, "Man, you've done so much crime that honestly, there's some crimes that I think that should definitely be passed to some bills, just to because Shredder's just
Mhm.
the like, he's like one of the most worst criminals ever. So it makes sense.
Yeah, but that does kind of make me think of what actually happened is a guy was in jail with a life sentence, and while he was in jail that he was getting an operation whatever done and he was actually pronounced legally dead, but then came back
Mm.
and then fought to be released from jail because he did serve his life sentence.
Yeah.
So, what do you think that the turtles are gonna go back to jail, or do you think somebody's gonna rescue them
I think
in
April
court?
is still on the table for rescuing them though, for the Jason Aaron run,
Mm.
because it seems like everybody's kind of in their own in their own lane. Where you got the Turtles anthology series, which is Mutant Nation, where you got like side stories of other characters and stuff like
Mm.
Rita and all that. Jenica, you have her stuff with Night Watcher, but I think I
Oh,
heard that's getting canceled. So
It's
Yeah.
been a
What
while
do you
since the
think?
last issue, and I probably was the only person in the world that bought any of those issues.
Ouch.
Uh, seriously, you're gonna say that around me?
You're
You're
right.
the only one who bought
You're right.
it.
I've
What do
seen
you
some
think of it
reviews.
being Janik? What do you think about them adding the Night Watcher to the series?
To this series, um, you know, I would prefer a different uniform. I'm not against it. I wouldn't mind seeing Jenica in the mutination either.
Like,
Um,
yeah,
yeah.
to me, it doesn't exactly make much sense to do that.
You talking about include her?
No, like for Jenica to put on a costume to fight just to do what she was already doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you're right. And then they don't even acknowledge like as if they're mistaking her for Raph at all either. But honestly, I think like gracefully instead of killing off Jenica, they just gave her her own series
Oh, they did twice.
for her fan
Yeah.
base. I mean she's had part 1, part 2 of her series, but technically it's like we're doing a relaunch. Sophie and in everybody who worked with Jenica, here you guys have this because I mean, what was it? It was about like 3 series that they had. They had they had this run. You had the black, white, and green series that was rather short, and then you had the Night Watcher series
Yeah.
Yeah, but none of the
and
turtles have
Mutination.
had their own ongoing series either, though.
So, yeah. I mean, I'm going to make my purchase regardless. But the issues that I read, I mean, I'll keep it a buck. It's kind of cool to just have one turtle to focus on,
And
and
of
hope
course, they should always be focusing on Leonardo.
I don't know about always.
I don't know about always. I'm a Raph guy personally. The original Night Watcher.
Yep. But nah,
And
I mean
that
with
did
Jenica,
make
but I get what you're
some
saying with
sense for
Jenica
him
though.
to be it.
But what I would say, well, like because Jenica, I don't think she can really sell on her own. So I mean,
Mm.
and I mean, you know how I feel. I'm like, yeah, just kill her off. But to compromise though, I would say like honestly, you might as well just have her a part of like some kind of faction, like a certain type of team or something like that. That's like a little bit like maybe she could probably team up with those girls that work for Noel. I can't remember their names. I know one that was Zodi. She was like the scorpion chick and the rattlesnake girl. Maybe Jenica could
Uh,
probably like go work with them or something like that. I think that'd be interesting.
there is one thing I'm kind of curious about too.
Oh,
Is
what's up?
when is Lita gonna become a turtle again?
Yeah, they kind of did rob us of that.
That's young Lita, but the future Lita's a timesters.
Yeah, who's a turtle?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
Honestly,
That's going to be my next tattoo.
honestly, I actually like her as a character in the show
Mm,
or in the
that-
comics.
she's my favorite. She's my favorite variant. I mean, like after like other than the core four, I go Lita.
Yeah, I do think the character has potential.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really hope that we end up seeing her
Uh,
again.
So, do you guys know the issue where Jenica became how? Do you not remember how Jenica actually became a mutant turtle?
Was
I remember
it? It was
the
Leonardo's blood.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So what are you guys looking forward to with the Shredder comic?
Um. Honestly, I just want to. I want to see if he's going to become an ally or a villain. And
Yeah,
if he becomes an ally, then I think that Mayor needs someone else to join him, or he needs to come off with as a bigger threat other than having the law behind it.
That could happen.
Yeah, I have no idea how they're going to do it with Shredder now in regards to the turtles.
Because it seems like they're gonna keep Shredder sort of as like a sort of chaotic, neutral, anti-hero type character. That's how I see it because I mean, they jumped through all those hoops to kind of like reform him. So I was like, and you know how I feel. I kind of just want Shredder just to be that cutthroat villain, like I prefer him to be. But
Oh, I know what they're going to do.
But still, yeah, that's kind of the route
There's
that they're
going to be
taking with
some
Shredder right
kind
now.
of There's going to be some kind of misunderstanding between the turtles and Shredder's just going to hate them again.
They honestly had a chance to do Utrom Shredder, but I don't know why they killed off Terrell. I was like, wow.
That's interesting. Well, so what happened? Did Mondo Gecko make a appearance in this series at all?
Yeah.
He was a part of the Mutanimals.
Okay.
That's also a team
Now,
Jenica could also join too, the Mutanimals.
if I'm not mistaken, in the Archies. Okay, in the Archies, wasn't there somebody? Yeah, it was him who was a rock star. It was a different character that was in the band. Yeah, no, yeah. The original Mondo Gecko, I think, was in the band.
Yeah, in the comics, he was a band that was mutated. In the cartoon, he was actually a gecko that was mutated
The
in the
the
same ooze that the turtles was
the
in.
fifth brother almost as you. Yeah, he didn't get picked up from the sewer.
Oh. Okay, I can't remember offhand.
That's how they sold it when they first introduced him. And to me, it just messed up the whole continuity of the show. But I guess ratings might have went down, or they wanted to go back up. But yeah,
Wait,
You talking
how
about
did it
differences
ruin the
to
continuity of the
80s
show?
cartoon and the Archie comics?
the actual cartoon series.
Yeah. Yeah, because the
But
Archie
but in the
comics.
comics from back in the day, I think he was a rock star, or there has to be another mutant
So
that
like,
originally was a rock star. You say who?
so well, I can't remember Mondo Gecko's origin, but the comics, the Archie comics was a tie-in to the '80s comics, but after like probably like 10 issues or so, they decided to kind of just branch off and make it kind of its own thing. So
Okay, yeah.
yeah, so it has similarities to the '80s cartoon, but it's just like a little bit more different though.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I had mentioned that to say that be a direction because I remember when when in some of Jenica's issues of her macro series that she had a lot of her friends she was in a band and she had other punk rocker mutants that she hung out with and etc. And she had a love interest. And I mean, for the people that like that, Jenica did build a little bit of a fan base during that time. Maybe not us originals, but she does have a fan base.
That's it.
Yeah, she does have her fans. I think the band thing, it's not a reference to Mondo Gecko, but it's actually a reference to
Nah.
like Sophie Campbell's old comic that she had did, where I think she did a comic about like, um, actually, I'm pretty sure you guys heard of Jim and the Holograms.
I wasn't connecting the two. I was just saying if they wanted something to do for something for Mondo Gecko to do,
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
unless
Yeah.
he's going, unless like the mutination has to, like something tragic happens to him that hasn't happened yet. Because I think he was just released from the little prison. But my fault for interrupting. Go ahead.
I know you're good. But yeah, getting back to the Mondo Gecko thing, or playing off what you just said. Yeah, I mean, they wrote Mondo Gecko out after like issue 100 because like they had the mutanimals, and then when they did the whole mutanimal thing with Mutant Town and stuff, like a lot of them kind of just went missing. Um, I guess Sophie Campbell wrote them out, so she only used a handful, like Sally Hyde or Old Hob and all them. But other than that,
him and the others were captured and brought to Area 51.
Right.
Yeah, they escaped though.
Yep. And mutination.
Yeah. Oh, here's one for you guys. In the original comic, the kid who lost the turtles, they named him Chet, and he became a sanitation worker who meets them 15 years later.
Oh wow,
that's interesting.
But in the Archie comic version, he actually becomes the Rat King.
That's
Hmm.
wild. You know, the irony is with Chet is that that was actually a name that Professor Honeycutt went with in the IDW comics when he was posing as a human.
Hmm. Wow. Yeah. Could have been a bit of a setup there. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't have much energy left in me.
I don't blame you. It is getting a little late. But yeah, but to answer your question earlier about the Donatello thing, about the reaction with the whole his death and all that, even
Yeah.
though it's pretty obvious we knew they weren't going to kill off Donatello, it was kind of like I don't remember when it specifically came out, but I remember like people were like definitely like, oh my god, like seeing
Yeah,
that
they killed
image,
him.
yeah, like seeing the image of like Donatello all bloodied and broken and all that stuff, and it was like, man, that brings tears to a lot of Ninja Turtle fans and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and then he got his shell experimented on while being a robot for that time being. But I mean, by the end of that whole run, leading to 150, Donatello became the most resourceful. At that moment, he was the best turtle.
Yeah, that's how
Leonardo was not really. Leonardo and Raph didn't really have much importance in the series because it was just based off being technical. So yeah,
Wait, which series you talking about?
IDW.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Like
Donatello's
like
always
leading
been.
like leading to the end. Like I mean, Donatello went through the most trauma throughout that
Oh, you talking
entire
about that
series.
with
Yeah,
Okay.
he
Yeah.
basically he had a death in this. I mean, as an overall, he had a death in the series. He was absent kind of slightly, but not slightly. But then turns out he ends up being the most valuable turtle by the end, and now he's weak again.
Because they were
You
trying to
said
do
I
something.
dwindled out.
They were trying to do something like he basically created his own problem with the whole armor gun and stuff because he was messing around with time and magic and all that stuff,
Hmm.
and it was kind of like him trying to like right his wrongs, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't like how like the 150 issue was all about Donatello.
I mean, nobody else was left. And then he tried to make his own. He basically did some alchemy and tried to make some children.
Yeah.
No,
He was
like
like a
all the
madman
turtles
at that
were
point.
off. All the turtles were off doing their own thing during this whole time. And the 150 should have been a big thing with all the turtles together.
Well, unless I mean, it was some bit of time travel because he was visiting different time periods, but I guess they were back there. But I tell you what, I was pissed off that Raph had pretty much had a lobotomy, didn't have a brain because of all that time travel.
Yeah, that future variation of him. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that. God. I
I
mean,
was upset.
again, I don't want to spend too much time trashing on Sophie Campbell and all that, but I'm just like, man, she did not do Raph any
I,
justice in her
but
entire run.
it was that traumatic though that I mean, like I was disappointed, but it didn't make me not like the series anymore. I was just like, no.
Yeah, because I'm just like, because I personally felt like just Raph is getting disrespected every turn. It's like, oh my god, can you stop? Like, you give the man some kind of time travel schizophrenia. You make his relationship terrible, like with Alopex, and then you almost ruin his relationship with Ninjara before that's introduced. Like, come on. But oh no, Jenica and Sheena, their relationship is so much more better and can last the testament of time.
And
No,
hey, look, the biggest butthole was Bob,
Bob. Oh yeah. The
the
mandarin guy.
baboon,
Yeah,
Leonardo's apprentice.
yeah, that was kind of dumb too.
Well,
Although he was from the
apparently
Archie
went
comics,
kind of evil by mistake.
Hmm.
but his whole motivation was stupid to me. I'm just like,
He
bro,
wanted to be
you
human.
gave up the entire world just so you can be cured and become a human again. Are you serious, Bob?
Yep. But yeah, I mean that was not. I'll tell you what, I could not predict everything.
Yeah, a
So
lot of us
that,
can't. You never know when they go. With
You know what I mean? Like sometimes I can figure the direction of a comic and what's going to happen. That road to 150, I could not predict everything.
Yeah. Especially with time travel involved.
Mhm. All right. Anything you guys want to include before I end this stream out?
Not too much. I
Yeah,
mean,
not offhand.
pretty much, I uploaded a video today, so talking about legacy heroes, and then I'll probably try to upload an animation maybe tomorrow. So look forward to that if I complete it in time. If not, maybe September 1st or sometime soon.
Oh, I do have one question for you guys, though.
So,
Are you gonna get the Tony Hawk 3 and 4?
no,
I
which
might. I'm debating on getting Metal Gear Snake Eater
Oh, do
remake.
you know why I specifically said that one, though?
Why?
Michelangelo is one of the secret skaters.
Oh snap! Might do some mic.
Yeah, but he's based off of the newest cartoon.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I think I saw an image of that. I thought that was for that season 4 thing though, or not season 4. The little they were trying to make 4 seasons of. Tales
Isn't
of
Lil
TMNT.
Wayne on one of those? Yeah, I think Lil Wayne was.
Sorry, what was that?
I said, isn't Lil Wayne on one of those pro skaters?
I don't know. I bought the first one, and the one thing I didn't like most about it is the fact was not the same soundtrack.
It's been a while
Mm,
since I played a pro skater game.
yeah, it's been a while for me as well. I'm gonna be honest with you. I had so much fun playing skate. I mean, Tony Hawk was dope, but I don't think nothing's messing with skate.
Yeah, back in the day, I used to play them Tony Hawk games. The little, Underground too.
Same. Okay.
Okay, oh, so completely off topic in that, but apparently the One Piece live action series on Netflix is aiming for up to 12 seasons.
Oh wow.
Definitely.
All right.
But also, one game you guys should see about getting into is DC Universe Online.
Ah man, I'm actually might consider it if I have enough people that'll play.
Yeah.
I actually
Is
got
that
it when
crossplay?
oh yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I might consider it if we got enough people.
like I got it when it first came out, and that's when you were to pay a monthly subscription.
Hmm.
And I basically at the time spent I think it was $200 to get the lifetime subscription.
No, nice. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't. I mean, when I grabbed
Yeah,
it, I
but
really didn't know what I was doing. But at this point, yeah, if I got other people to play with, I'll consider picking it back up. But
that's what I was doing just before we started this.
it's all free too.
Yeah, mostly free.
Okay, I got you. Still probably got
Like you can do stuff up to a point. Then
Mhm.
there's like a few expansions you can buy, but I don't think they're very expensive.
What's that you got over there?
Ronin. This
Noise.
is the story that the last Ronin is based on by Frank Miller.
Mmm.
So currently reading this. This got I think all 5 issues. So
Oh,
I'll do some
nice.
of that today.
Nice. Well, all right, guys. I'm about to lay it down.
Bring stuff like that. I have a few more cool comics to show you.
Let's get it in real quick before I lay it down.
Here we have Leonardo Micro Series,
Nice.
issue 1. Then with the Flaming Carrot,
Old school.
the martial arts, Raphael,
Nice.
Flaming Carrot again, Leonardo. And the best ones I have that I got a few days after I met Kevin Eastman, where the guy who owns comics said, "Oh, I forgot I had these. Do you want them?" Issue 3
I've got that.
and 4.
I don't know if I got that one.
I don't have the paperbacks though, but I have a graphic novel.
Nice. Yeah, I'm in the process of collecting a lot of those issues right now.
Oh, and I have multiple copies of, I think, of the first issue, with how many times they've reprinted it now.
Oh, that's pretty dope. All right, I'm about to lay it down, Dougie.
Yeah.
About the stream. Till next time, everybody. I appreciate you guys for hopping in too as well.
Oh,
Hit that-
anytime. Thanks for calling me.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. Be sure to hit that like and that like button for us too, and for those who are listening and watching tonight, gladly would appreciate it. Have a good night, everyone.
See ya.
See ya.
Yippee-ki-yay.